And we're live. So, hello guys. Thanks for your time. Yeah. We are right now. We're live with the Riven, a rock band from London. They have just released their new album, which is called Blackbird. It's on vinyl CD and as a digital release through the band Bandcamp. So, welcome you guys through Metalhead Alliance.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Let us start this thing with me asking you the first obvious question, which is how did you guys meet? How did you guys come along together as a band? How did you come up with the idea of making a rock band?
Well, the three of us live in the same house. Other me, that guy, and her.
Yes.
We decided that we should start a band together because we love loud music and we love drinking beer together. And after some sessions together, we thought that, all right, we need a drummer as well.
Kind of important.
Exactly. So you found that guy somewhere under a rock, I guess.
Yes. I don't have a house.
Exactly. And then we started jamming together. I think this was June or July last year.
Yeah.
So we haven't been together for that long. But it took off. We wrote some songs. We separated for a while during summer and got back together, and then we recorded this EP of ours. And it's been going pretty great since then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So talking about Blackbird, how did you, or talking about the band itself, talking about the Riven, how did you guys pick up the name? How did you, agreed on the Riven as a band name, as your name?
Right. Well, we all kind of wanted a name with starting with the. So there's a lot of great bands throughout history called the something, and we just kind of went with a lot of different words. The Riven came up. It means in English something scattered, something like this, something broken. So we thought it sounded cool.
Mm-hmm.
And put the before. I'm not really even sure if it's grammatically correct. But we like the sound of Riven, and it's also the matter of like no one else was called the Riven really online, so we thought great, we'll go with that.
Cool. So you did the research and then you chose the name.
Yeah, we always have to because so many bands out there and so many great names and names in general are already taken. So we just have to be sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I know which was sometimes we thought about like name was like, oh, this is really cool. Then we go online and there's this huge band already. Oh shit.
Iron Maiden, like we thought that we were really alone with that name, but
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You have just released Blackbird, which is on the band on the band's Bandcamp account right now. Let me ask you what in your music, in your song, or what are you talking about? What are some of the main subjects that you are, just writing about in your lyrics or in your rhythms, in your melodies?
Yeah, that's sort of daily, how do you say? Struggles. Exactly, daily struggles of modern day life in London, I guess.
So a bit of everything in there. I mean, Ain't No Doctor is really kind of your like typical breakup song, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a way, and Tower is just about like the social struggles, social media, kind of everything going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Blackbird is about kind of depression, I suppose.
Also about blackbirds.
Yeah.
Blackbird's awesome.
Yeah.
Killer on the Loose is just supposed to be more of a fun kind of like typical rock story-driven song.
Well, I personally I really love the Killer on the Loose, the track itself. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
we fun to play live. Yeah, they really good job of like just getting you into the story and just making it feel something together.
It's also about the great bass solo.
But rhythmically, or would you say like we just kind of try to build the songs playing against each other? So we have a lot of those things going on where rhythmically, like me and Olaf meet up in the drum and vocals, or Max and Arnie meet up like bass and against guitar and kind of like
Mm-hmm.
play your parts and
It's kind of a battle for the greatness.
yeah.
Who is the best?
Put me up in the mid. Put me up in the mid.
We have talked about the subject that, or the stories behind the music and behind the lyrics. Let me ask you, how did you guys record, or how is what is the process of your music writing? In first place, how did you, or how do you, sorry, in general, write your music? Who comes up with the riffs, with the melodies, even with the lyrics, and all of these kind of stuff?
It all kind of started with me and Arnie, the guitarist and bass player, sitting and writing songs and writing riffs together whilst drinking beer and having a good time. And then after a while, Sonata joined us, and then Olaf joined us. So we took that kind of material that we wrote together, and then we
Processed it
exactly
to,
to a drummer.
Yes, I mean it's a band effort how we write music. It's generally just one idea, and from that idea we kind of change it to 4 of the members, and that kind of develops the song. And then it's just fine tuning all the time until it's ready for live or recording. So it's not really one who writes anything. I think it's all 4 who just write together to get that sound that we want.
Yeah, because even if sometimes someone comes to the rehearsal room and has like an idea for the whole song, but then everyone just starts just giving input, and it just becomes an everyone song, because everyone adds their touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, great. So basically, you just, you have a meeting, or someone came up with a riff, and then you have a meeting and decide what to do with this riff or with this idea itself.
Yeah, we just get together and jam it and play through it and try different things and see what works, what doesn't work. And
We do terrible things with that one idea.
Yeah, every once in a while we must, as musicians, every musician must have to come up with bad ideas or bad things during the process. Yeah, especially with drinking beer. So it's awesome. So another question. I believe that you have been doing some gigs. Let me call it gigs. Recently. Let me ask you about some of your experiences during your gigs or your concerts. What are some of the the most crazy, or the craziest, or the most beautiful things that you have experienced during doing live performances?
There's a couple. We haven't done that many gigs, but the gigs we've done have been very good. A lot of people showing up and kind of giving a lot of good feedback, and it's been very nice. One of the beautiful things that happened was at one gig we did. It was just the first gig we had merch, and there was this guy who came up, and he was just in awe, more or less. He was like, "Oh, this is really good. Are you selling something? Do you have a record or something?" We were like, "Yeah, it's on its way, but we only have a T-shirt now." And he's like, "Yeah, sure. Can I buy it?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And then he took it. He said, "Oh, it's beautiful." And then he asked me to sign it and asked if it was extra. And then I was like, "Of course not. Of course we can sign it." Yeah, and it was that
per t-shirt.
Yeah,
per signature.
£2. But that's
Yeah, show us some merch. Go on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And a CD here as well to go with it.
Who came up with the album art?
There will be a guy called Martin Dollars.
Yeah.
He is a really talented artist. He's from Brussels, I think.
Put down the script, Max.
Yeah, exactly. I found him whilst browsing through some artists. He did some wonderful art with the band called Brutus, a Swedish-Norwegian band. And I just love that artwork, and I love his style. So I thought that if we could help us out. And he was willing to do so, which we're really happy for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to keep working with him if possible, to kind of keep a theme going for the band and kind of have like a set type of artwork style that we will keep.
Yeah. Now he's one cool dude.
He's one, yeah, he is.
And I believe that he draw some of the band members on this album art. This is what I have seen. I don't know if I am sure or not.
Interesting. Huh? So you mean that you kind of think about the girl on the artwork itself?
Maybe, or maybe, I don't know, Max or someone else, because it sounds like, or seems like. Yeah.
The bird looks like Arna.
Hey, come on! That's cool.
No, I think it was just, he just listened to the album. He was just like, yeah, send me the songs.
Yeah.
He was like, you guys have any idea? We're like, no, just listen to the album. Draw whatever the fuck it inspires you.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a few ideas, didn't we? We wanted kind of nature-bound, we wanted some kind of runes in there, so there's runes. Something like kind of mythology, like Nordic mythology kind of stuff.
Cool.
But we do
So
understand
we had
that.
a few inputs, but as far as I know, that person is none of us. But
But we can understand the confusion. If,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of confusion.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful one. Come on, it's an acceptable one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is fine. People can.
Well, thank you for your understanding.
Yeah.
So we have talked about the live performances and the memories or the experiences itself. So we have seen now that you are you're having your CD in hand right now. Let me ask you, how do you guys like sell your physical copies, not the ones on your digital store, your digital Bandcamp? For the physical copies, how do you guys sell it? How do you handle the campaign itself, the promotional campaign itself?
Well, we sell them at our shows.
Mm-hmm.
We sold some copies so far, yeah. We also sell them via our Bandcamp, and people just messaging us on Facebook or email or whatever. So it's mostly through Bandcamp and social media.
People, the easier way just go to our Bandcamp and sell it, and you have shipping to ship all over the world.
Yeah.
Something is not to send to the US, to Italy, France, to UK.
Yeah.
Cool.
As you can just go on a Bandcamp or just message us on Facebook if Bandcamp somehow doesn't work.
Yeah,
Everyone is welcome.
Yeah, as long as someone can pay us kind of through PayPal, like anything goes really, through message and a PayPal thing.
or anything else.
That's fine.
Personal dance.
Yeah, some beer.
Yeah.
Take everything.
show us please the CD. Let's spread some love, man.
It looks, because you said we only have a CD. It's just like it's a vinyl effect.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it's awesome. That's black.
But being self-release and stuff like printing vinyls, it's quite
Mhm.
expensive.
Yeah, I have seen that.
But start with the CD, but let's make it really good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's really cool. So, talking about the merchandise selling and everything, who's handling this whole thing, the daily live selling? Who's handling this at the moment?
I mean, we are a DIY band, so we're doing everything ourselves. And since three of us are already living together, it's kind of really easy to get together and get some work done.
Olof kind of lives with us.
I'm
Well,
out of coffee.
usually stays on our sweaty couch.
And I'm the one who's sitting down.
Your lazy asses.
But it's definitely Arnie here who keeps everything under control and makes sure that the rest of us, do what we
Keep
should
the line.
and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all kind of do our parts. Also, we've been working with a great guy called Devar
Mm-hmm.
for some PR so far, which has been much help.
Yeah.
He's
really
getting
good.
some really good cover for us
Helping us out
and
get
reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really a real pleasure to work with. Been great communicating, and so that's been really helpful. Because like all the merch and stuff you can do yourself, but to have someone do PR for you has been really super.
That has the contacts and has
Yeah.
the know-how, kind of. We know how to play music, but we don't know how to. Yeah, we don't know how to.
And how's your number? How are your numbers going with the selling and everything? Are you getting some good feedback? Are you getting some good, statics in general?
We're getting a lot of. We're selling a lot of CDs. We're selling a lot of digital copies. We're streaming a lot right now, and people are commenting, and people are really appreciating it. So we're kind of almost was overwhelmed about
Yeah, we thought our moms were gonna like it, you know.
Hey, Lord.
Cool.
And so we even set up the bar, the guy that helped us with PR. But like, oh, you guys, make sure you have your album available for pre-release.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, yeah, whatever. Like, we don't know. I don't know. We didn't thought that pre-release would do much.
Yeah.
And we're like just, I said, overwhelmed at how many people bought the pre-release. You know, just really cool to have people paying, not only paying for your music, but paying it in advance to make sure the moment you press release, it goes straight to the inbox and it just comes in just
Yeah,
So
cool.
it's really good so far. We like really.
Yeah, as we said before, we're shipping the CDs and merch like worldwide now, which is pretty cool. We thought we were like be selling stuff to our, well, not even our friends. We thought we were going to give everything away. But yeah,
Well, I will give you a really big advertisement if you do it, or you just, you know, do some free stuff. No, I'm not saying that you should have, but yeah, people love it. No, I love it.
That's all good feedback, so you bribe them. Like, all right,
It's all about the feedback.
do something nice.
So, what about your next step? What is your doing next?
Well, it's basically just going at it and doing gigs, planning a tour at the moment in late spring, or early spring, sorry.
Mhm.
it's kind of early spring right now.
It's
Oh,
mid-spring.
It means early autumn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Hey, he's just a drummer after all. Come on.
Well, I would just say August time then. That is probably the more correct.
But that's summer. That's another tour. Yeah. We're just playing a couple of tours. We cannot say much because there's not much compared. But yeah, the plans are just like try to keep as much and tour over Europe as much as possible. Just promote the music we've done.
Cool.
Yeah, you're just going to have a good time playing our music. You're going to play it at some cool places. And
Let the good time roll.
exactly.
And what about the plan itself for the future? What are you doing after those, you know, let me call it small concerts, of course, because it's the beginning of the, you know, the musical life itself. So what's the plan for the future? How are you, or how is your plan going as being bigger and bigger with the future? How is it going? What are you planning right now?
Right now, we're planning touring and we're supporting this album. After we're done with this EP, we will definitely, I hope so, hit the studio one more time
Mm-hmm.
and release our full-length album.
Cool.
That's going to be the next biggest thing.
Yeah.
So we already started writing some new stuff for that actually, and which is going pretty good.
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep growing, hopefully.
And take over the world.
Take over the world.
Cool.
No, but we're just going to keep on writing music and touring.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We don't want to do anything else, man.
I think everyone's going to be becoming a touring musician.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So talking about touring again, can you give us just, you know, a brief about where are you touring at, or where are your next concerts will be? Like that, your dates.
Exactly. Probably in the Northern Europe.
Scandinavia.
Yeah.
That's sorry. The only date that we can confirm and say names is with opening for the Dammers, the Swedish garage rock band.
Yeah.
That's 28th of May.
Yeah. Exactly.
In
Yeah.
a book in London. That's the next show we have. And then they're saying we're doing somewhere in North Europe.
Exactly.
In this. But yeah, we cannot say much dates because everything has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It will all be up though online, like as soon as there's anything confirmed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. Well. Okay, so thanks again for your time, guys. The Riven, a rock or a heavy rock band from London, England or United Kingdom. They have just released their EP called Blackbird. It is, let me show people your Bandcamp. So it's on Bandcamp right now. Here you can see the band's Bandcamp. The album is called Blackbird. It is CD, vinyl, and digital on the rivenbandcamp.com. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I wish you all the best with your musical life, with your concerts, upcoming concerts, with your next full-length album that you are going to record. Hopefully it will go well and it will be as good as this EP as Blackbird. So stay supportive, stay doing music, and stay rocking.
Thanks so much for supporting us.
Thank you.
You are welcome. This is our mission, to support and to be with you guys.
It's a good
Thank you so much. This was Abdurrahman Abu Layl, or known as Gara, Metalhead Alliance and Metal Amino, live with the Riven. Thank you so much, guys, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So